Hey everybody, my name is Natalie Baker. We are here live with the Amazon Goddess Experience. You guys are going to see different interviews, different people throughout the whole experience. I am Nat the Creator _ Nat the Creator, and my business page is Be Unapologetically You. Join us, and this is the Amazon Goddess Experience.
Told them I was chosen, niggas ain't believing me. Now I'm on these stages, go to them that they can't eat with me. Niggas left me in that dark, they just tried to break my heart. Family cross, but I ain't mad, cause now I'm farther than where I started. Came a long way from that kid up on the hill. One for fashion, one Lexington Avenue is where I live. Visions in my hair, replaying everything that I done did. All the lives that I done lived, and I still ain't lived enough. I done touched a lot of money, and I ain't got shit to show it for. So I'm switching up, I done fell back from all the lies, I can't take no more.
All right, everybody. So we are here with the Amazon Goddess Experience with Miss Chalyse Ford.
Hey, y'all.
So my first question for you today is, who is Chalyse Ford?
Hi, everyone. Chalyse is a lot of things, but first and foremost, Chalyse is royalty. Secondly, Chalyse is a dancer, a caregiver, a model, an actress, an activist, socialist. You know, just a lot. Power to the people.
And what is your biggest passion right now?
I really don't like to box my creative skills into one. So I would just say every gift God gave me is my passion at the moment. Like whatever season I'm in that my craft touches somebody, then that's what I'm doing. Like I'm not just going to be like, oh, I only want to do this. No, whatever is in season that allow me to touch other people, then that's what I'm going to do.
So what is one thing that you are consistently working on right now in 2023 right now?
Growing my brand, which is me. I am a brand. I just really want to grow myself to multiple platforms, multiple businesses, and the different things that I do within the industry. I would like to be world renowned. So the only way to do that is to, network, connect, push yourself, keep working on your craft. And that's really what I'm doing.
And what are some of those different things that you do inside of the industry, if you want to touch on some of those?
Dancing, dance choreographing, model coaching, acting, creative directing, and executive assistant. So I help put on productions, I help businesses, I help artists, clients, all of that stuff with their day-to-day, like planning, scheduling, things of that nature, because everybody not organized.
And how do you juggle all of that, like, and the mental health behind having to step up every day and just be that person and come as Chalyse Ford?
I would definitely say my organization skills help a lot with that because I cannot do chaos. I have to write everything down, plan it out. Okay, I'm doing this at 8:30, this at 9 o'clock, this at 10:30. Okay, bet. I also schedule in like break times. I feel like so many people don't do that. Like they don't really like when you have a schedule. They don't schedule a lunch. They don't schedule prayer time. They don't schedule a break. They don't schedule no phone or no screen time. Like I schedule that stuff. So I know at a certain time of the day, like I'm either not going to be on my phone or I'm not going to be working or I need to remind myself, make sure I eat. And also I don't do all of those things every single day. So that's also a plus. Like I'm not having to wake up at 7, go do a dance class, turn around, go act in a movie or something like that. So I kind of have a break. So I think that's when I touch back on about those seasons, about when stuff is happening. Sadly right now in the acting industry, we kind of dealing with some strikes and stuff. So that's kind of touch and go. But as it relates to modeling, things are booming on that side. So it just depends on what's in season right now.
And I have actually seen you be a model coordinator. So kind of break that down, like specifically model coordinating. What is it that you do with that?
So basically I put together in a way a treatment plan of what the show production team wants. What do they want their models to gain and what type of models are they working with? I've done productions where they only hired professional models, so I didn't have to worry about teaching, just more so formulating, okay, this is how you enter, this is how you exit. If you have a garment, watch this, watch that. Then there are other shows where they may work with beginner models, so in that instance we actually train them, coach them, prepare them for a show day, maybe foundational elements that they don't know already. We teach those things to them. And prepping them for getting picked by designers, because in some of the shows they don't always pick them from their comp cards. They actually like to come and see them walk, so we prep them for that. We also assist with prepping the runway. And because I'm dealing with the models, I talk to like the hair and makeup leads to see what the hair and makeup idea is based on whatever the creative director gives us. I'll make sure that my models are comfortable with it, because at the end of the day, although their job is to sell the garments, I still want them to be comfortable with what they're doing. So that way they can be confident, because in modeling, confidence is definitely the top thing that you want to make sure you have when you're walking down the runway. Once you have confidence, you can excel in everything else.
And how would you teach somebody where you see that they don't have a lot of confidence? How would you teach somebody who has a lack of confidence?
I would start by saying, first of all, I would start by asking them, what type of person do you see yourself as? I feel like a lot of times the reason why people don't have confidence is because they don't even know who they are, or they don't even know how to compliment themselves. Once I figure out how they're talking to themselves, that's how I'm able to work with that. Like me, every day I get up after I talk to the Lord, I talk to myself. I tell myself how beautiful I am, how intelligent I am. I even have affirmations for my hair, affirmations for anything on my body that at one point I felt like wasn't the best or I wasn't most confident in. I have an affirmation for it so that I can help boost myself. And I feel like that helped boost my confidence. So, to make it short, I would just let somebody know, if you're talking down on yourself, refix those words. Like, you know, if you feel like, oh, I don't like my gut, it look like this, stop saying you don't like it. Start telling yourself you love it. Or if there's something that you want different about your body, work towards it. You sitting on the couch saying, oh, I don't like this. That ain't changing it. Get up and change it, you know?
Your thoughts create reality overall.
Exactly. So if you want to be confident, say you confident, and then start giving yourself compliments in order to be confident.
All right. I love that. So, of course, this is the Amazon Goddess experience. So, when was the first time that you heard about the Amazon Goddess herself?
I would definitely have to say maybe a few months or so ago, or at the beginning of this year. Or was it last year? Time be moving so fast.
It does.
I want to say last year. But yeah, we actually met doing the show, and she told me about herself. I said, dang, you dope. Let me check, your Instagram out. I love the network. I looked at her Instagram. I said, wait. You put these shoots together? Like, this your work? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, no, we got to work. We got to connect, because I love people who don't like to live in the box. I love people who like to live outside of the box, what I like to call my industry unicorns. Like, people like that, I'm like, oh, yeah, we got to tap in. So here I am.
So when you met her, what were like 3 words that you would describe her as?
Unique, exaggerant, and flavorful.
I love the flavorful. We all know she is definitely flavorful. So the Amazon Goddess experience itself, as far as the production, how has that been so far for you?
It has been a wonderful experience. I'm ready for everybody to come out and see the work we've been putting in, because it is not something that should go unnoticed. Those of us that work hard on our crafts in order to help build people's brand or help build our own brands, it's nice when people recognize what we're doing. So I definitely feel like those seats need to be full, and y'all need to come out and understand why we here, understand why it's even a show being put together in the first place.
And I know you are big on the Atlanta scene, so what are some of the differences between the fashion shows that you have done in Atlanta versus this one?
I would definitely say that it still caters to fashion. It doesn't necessarily cater to an essence of performance in the aspect of showing off yourself. It stays to the foundation of what modeling is and selling the garment, being the human walking mannequins that models are meant to be,
And what advice would you give somebody who's actually trying to join the Amazon Goddess experience? Because she does a lot besides just being a fashion show host. So what are some advice that you would give people?
Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. I feel like when you are being yourself, you attract the people who you're meant to be attracted to. And that's one of the things that I feel like work in my favor in the industry, is because I'm always myself. That's how I'm able to get the gigs that I get. And I feel like that's how me and the Amazon Goddess were able to connect, because I was being myself and she was being herself, and we just naturally meshed. So if you really want to be a part of this platform, be you. And if it's meant for you to be on this side of the fence, you'll come.
Yes. And what are some things that you are looking forward to within the production? I know our show is January the 6th, so that is definitely coming up soon. So what are you looking forward to?
Wait, say that again. I had missed the first part. I was excited about the show. I'm like, yeah, y'all come out.
So silly. What are you looking forward to the most about the show?
Oh man, seeing the designer garments.
Yeah.
Designers work so hard day in and day out, working on their own crafts, and it is just so. Cause I can't do it. I can't
It's
put
a
a needle
lot.
through a thread, baby. I can, but that's just not my expertise. And so I love it when I'm able to do something that I'm great and passionate about, and take somebody else's skills that I can't do and put them together to create magic. That's beautiful.
Okay. So besides all these productions and everything that you do, how can you go home and decompress at the end of the day? Like, what is some advice? I know we are big in the self-care era and just taking care of yourself. So what is some advice that you would give somebody who is juggling all of this just like you are?
I'm so glad you asked me that. One of the things that I do after I've had a long day is I go and I leave everything at the front door. If I came in with a bunch of bags or anything, like I have like this closet at my entryway. I put everything in there. Like fresh off a show, I don't unpack my bag that first night. Even when I'm leaving off set from acting, because you know sometimes we gotta take clothes there, have stuff there, whatever. Whatever it is, I leave it in that closet. Because my room, my living room, my bedroom, whatever, that's my place of peace. I don't want to bring that outside baggage there. I leave that there. I take off whatever I have on. If I decide I want to get in the shower then or later or whatever, I just put on like my inside clothes. I do that and I get comfortable and I sit and I look at like something comedic or something therapeutic, whether it's a podcast or some stand-up comedy or maybe one of my TV shows that I'm just catching up on Netflix or something I just like to watch. I sit and I have like my TV time, and then once I feel like my brain isn't thinking or scattered anymore or from the day, then I'm like, okay, I can move on. Now, depending on what time it is, I might go to sleep. But if it's, you know, at a reasonable hour, I'd be like, okay, so like if I didn't take the shower earlier, then I go take the shower, maybe eat me some dinner or whatever, and then I'm like, all right, I'm ready for bed now.
All right.
But yeah, so TV is definitely my
Your thing.
decompress.
Me too. I love some TV. So as far as backstage, as far as like productions, what advice would you give people to deal with the chaos of backstage, having to change your clothes, having to get ready for the next designer, having to malfunction with wardrobes? Like, how do you deal with that as far as being a model coordinator and a model, because you've been on both sides?
Keeping your head on straight. I feel like so many times people are in the midst of chaos and they get frantic. They start running around like chickens with their head cut off. And I've learned, like, don't do that. Just breathe. Because I feel like when you're in a calmer state, you can speak to people better. You can move faster, actually. People think when they're hectic, they're moving faster, and they're not. You're making mistakes. That's how you break stuff or damage stuff or run into something and hurt yourself. When you calm yourself down, think about what the plan is. Think about, okay, I know how to zip up a zipper, so why am I struggling now? Because you're not calm.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's why whenever I am doing quick changes, that's why I'm able to change so quick, because I'm actually not rushing. I'm in a place of peace, and before the show starts, if I am able to see my garments, I look at how I'm supposed to get into them.
Right.
So if I know that there are already like buttons in the front or a zipper in the back, I ask my designer, hey, is it okay if I go ahead and unzip this? Especially because I know I have a quick change. Or can this already be unbuttoned? So when I'm going to that garment, I already know how I'm supposed to get in it. I'm not going like, oh, how do I put this on? How do I? No.
Yeah, just
I've
being
already
prepared.
mapped out the plan. And then as a coordinator helping backstage, I'm always making sure that whatever it is I'm saying it in a respectful way. If I need someone to hurry up, I'm not saying, oh, get over here. Da, da, da. I'm not doing that. I'm like, hey, guys, y'all have less than 3 minutes to get ready. If y'all can move it fast as you can, I would greatly appreciate that. Thank y'all. Please let this be the only time I have to say that. Now, if I had to say it 2-3 times, that's when it become a problem, because I feel like, you know, most of the people that I work with in the industry are adults or professionals, so I don't feel like I should have to repeat myself 3 times to adults.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't.
And I always do a disclaimer. I always ask if there's anybody in the room who maybe has any form of disability, whether it's learning, mental, physical, so that way I know how to address those people personally. If nobody tell me that they have a disability, I'm treating y'all all the same. So why are you not understanding? It's time to go. It's time to move.
Right. And I know your business is a big thing. So what are 3 things that you would want the people to take today from your business? Of it could be who you are. It could be your passion behind it. It could be just what motivates you to do it. It could be anything you want.
Well, first and foremost, y'all follow me at all social platforms at _Lysetha Beast. That's LYSETHA Beast, like roar, monster, beast. But secondly, I would just say, stay true to you. I feel like because of me staying true to who I am and what I do, I've had great opportunities come to me, like great opportunities. And there have also been some where I knew I should have gotten the opportunity, but because of God's grace, I didn't. And when people understand that it's not always you, is maybe what you're being protected from, they won't take their quote unquote losses as losses. They'll take them as, passes, because no doesn't mean no. No means next opportunity.
Correct.
So if you look at it like that, then you won't feel defeated. You'll be like, okay, I can grow. Like the other day I had a dance audition. I did amazing.
Yes.
Like I felt it, I seen it, and everybody in the room was like clapping, screaming. It was like, oh my God, you ate that up. Did I get the gig? No.
Right.
But I wasn't sad that I didn't get the gig. I realized like that wasn't meant for me. That blessing wasn't meant for me. That was meant for somebody else. So when you realize those things, you won't get so discouraged. You'll be like, oh, okay, bet. Congratulations to those people, because you need it more than me. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. So always keep that in mind. And then thirdly, it's this quote that I live by. Most of my friends hear me say it all the time. Every day may not be good, but there is something good in every day. And I keep that up here, and I feel like that's what keep my brand like going constantly, because some days I get up, I may not want to go to set that day. I may not want to create content. I may not even want to go sit in a meeting. But I'm like, it's going to be something good that come out of this. Or I could wake up in the best mood, and on the way to the meeting, somebody try to cut me off the road. And now I'm upset. But I'm like, I'm not going to take that minute second of something that made me mad in that moment and allow it to mess up the rest of my day.
And what is your biggest inspiration behind all of this?
Oh, my mom.
Yeah? And why is that?
Man, that's my superhero right there. She's worked countless days, hours, nights, everything to help me get to where I am today, even putting her own passions aside when I was growing up in order to make sure that I was able to do the things that I was able to do. And now I feel like it's came back in like such a tremendous way to help her, because now, because of the age I am, she's able to live out her passions. But because she helped me and because she invested in my craft, now when she's doing the things that she's doing, I already have expertise in it, so I can help her. And I I thank her so much, but I also, we have conversations about it all the time, and I'm like, wow, if you would have never poured into me financially, spiritually, with prayers or everything, or just putting me in the right direction to be where I needed to be, I don't feel like we would be where we are now. Like if you just kept all those goodies to yourself and you went and you did stuff, because my mom didn't, like, I feel like most of the talents I have, I got from her. Like, she's a dancer, she's an actress, all of that. And so she probably, would have had those to herself. She would have been traveling the world. I would have been with somebody else, and I probably wouldn't know as much as I know now. But because I do, now it's immersed in my house. I even have younger siblings, and they're talented as well. So it's just a family full of talent.
That is awesome. Yeah. All right, so this is my last question. Okay, so this is a message to the Amazon goddess herself. If you could give her any message about herself, her production, what would it be?
Keep being you, baby girl. I don't know what you may have gone through in life or what people may have told you, but don't let the naysayers stop you from your blessings, stop you from changing people's lives, stop you from evolving and creating new paths. So keep being you. Thank you. And thank you for the opportunity, because you didn't have to do it, but you did.
All right, y'all. And that was the Amazon Goddess Experience with Mrs. Chalyse Ford.
Hi, guys.